Hey everybody. So you might have watched my videos, the beginner's guide on flying the Airbus A320Neo, but you want to perfect your landing. The landings is one of the things in this game that is the most difficult, but also one of the most exciting things, and the things you might want to practice over and over again to make sure you get that butter smooth landing, and you want to practice in different weathers. So instead of doing a full pattern, here's a simple way for you to set up so you can practice it over and over again. So the first thing you're going to do is to select an airport of your liking. In this case, for me it is Copenhagen Airport. You set it as arrival. You select IFR and the runway you want to land at. Don't touch anything else except for maybe changing the aircraft to what you want to practice with. In this case, I've set the flight conditions to clear skies just to make it simple. And that's it. Now let's get into the aircraft and see if there are other things we need to check in there. Alright, so here is the default Airbus A320Neo. As you can see, we're lined up to the runway, but we still need to configure the aircraft for landing. Now at this point in time, there is a few things we need to configure. We need to mind the speed, as the default setting would take us in too fast. So as soon as I hit ready to fly, I'm gonna go to active pause, and I've set up a few things. So ready to fly, active pause, and then make sure that things are ready. So ILS system, auto throttle, autopilot, approach phase activated. Set this into the CL detent, and I'm gonna make sure that the speed is reduced because it comes in way too fast by default. And then I need to make sure that the radio nav is set up correctly. So in this case, for this airport, the ILS beacon is not set, so I'm gonna set that. There, and then go out of active pause. So it's now going to try to capture the glide slope. It's also going to reduce the speed to what I've set, which is 150 knots. And after a bit of wobble, the aircraft will now continue in on the approach. And that's it. This is the way you can practice landings over and over again. And the way, once you've landed and you want to do it again, you simply hit escape and press restart, and you're gonna start all over. One of the beauties of this is that you can also change the difficulties. So if you want different weather conditions, you want rain, you just change it to that. You fiddle around with the wind and other things that you might want to see. You set the time of day to whatever you want to practice. So it's an easy way to practice again and again and again, instead of having to do a full pattern to get into a landing on a runway you want to practice at. So that's it. So here we are. This is the fly-by-wire 320 LEAP mod, and once I get into the plane, I'm gonna start by selecting active pause. So selective active pause, and then going ahead and setting up the things I need to do. So the aircraft is actually not ready for the landing now. In the mod, you need to do a few things. So you're gonna activate the ILS system, the autopilot, auto throttle, and as you set the auto throttle, you also have to make sure that this is in the CL detent. Then you want to activate the approach mode, and for this airport the ILS frequencies are not set, so this is another thing that is really good to set. So for this one, I know the frequency to be 110.9. There we go. So now it's just a matter of unpausing, and the aircraft is going to wobble about a bit. But as you can see, it has actually captured already with all of this not up and running yet, because in the mod it takes a while for this information to actually get into the aircraft, but it still captures the ILS information, as you can see here. So the aircraft is now actually descending on the glide slope. So out here is 22R, and that is actually pretty much it. You just follow through, set up the aircraft, ensure that you have flight director set, the ILS system set, auto throttle set to the CL detent, autopilot on, approach mode on, and you want to make sure that the flaps and the gear is also in the right positions. Now the beauty about this is that you can actually also live change the weather. So if you want something different, now I've chosen clear skies. If you want rain, you can just change it to that. You can fiddle around with the wind layers and stuff like this. So you can actually practice over and over again. So you can continuously change the weather to something that you want to practice and get better and better. And that's it. That is just taking it and landing and going over again. And the beauty of this is that once you believe that once you've landed and you want to try again, you simply hit escape and then restart. And then it's gonna load in again into the same position, and you can try again and again. Simple. All right. Have fun practicing. And if you want to see anything else in my videos, please let me know in the comments. Thank you.